Cool. All right, hi friends. So we have ourselves today a 20-minute AMRAP, a little bit on the longer side, and oh, there's a run, and we've been running a little bit, but we have a big run. We're gonna run for a mile, and so Stud and I were just talking about this a moment ago. But in general, when we look at a run at a mile, we think of an 8-minute pace. That is roughly kind of average. There are folks that run 6-minute miles, or folks that run 10-minute miles, and that 8 is nice and average. So when I look at this workout, I see 20-minute AMRAP, roughly 8 to 10 minutes of running, and then roughly 10 to 12 minutes of push-ups, sit-ups, and goblet squats. This is kind of intended as a little bit of a Murph prep. Murph, as you may remember, is a workout that we do in May for Memorial Day. Memorial Day? Yeah. And that is a mile run with some push-ups and pull-ups and some squats, and then another mile run. We're thinking that this year we're going to do, instead of pull-ups, we'll do sit-ups. And just make that an outdoor version that we can all do together outside at the track, and just not worry about the pull-ups this year, because none of us are in any position to do 100 pull-ups. Like we're just not at that volume yet. And so I think we should just stay away from it. That's my personal opinion, but we'll talk more about that when we get closer to that event. Anyway, AMRAP 20, Cashin is going to be 1 mile run, and then the rest of with the remaining time, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 goblet squats. Sound good? Cool. Let's do it.
Can I use a barbell and do front squats, since that's what the in-gym workout is?
You could do that. I would call it quite light, because you're potentially doing 7 to 9 rounds, I'll say.
55 pounds? I mean,
so I would say quite light. Yeah, 55. Yeah, totally. Cool. Let's do it. Let's do some toe pulls really quick, please. Stand that up, straighten that front leg, and grab the foot. Reach on down, try and touch your nose to your knee. Stretch out that whole posterior chain, hamstrings and calves. Switch side to side. Wow, we get the handheld experience today, Sylvia. I really want Ari to strap a GoPro to themselves and then do a workout, like just have him the thing like right in front of their face the whole time. That'd be great.
Oh, my back is sore from yesterday. Thank you.
What was yesterday? The dumbbell snatches? Yeah. That was a Sarah Gerard workout. She did that one last week and sent it to me. I'm like, I will program this. Absolutely.
Very reminiscent of the open.
Uh-huh. Excellent. And some, actually, no, let's just do it. Let's just go for a run. So, Sylvia, I was telling Stud, excuse me, before the workout, if you know how far a mile is, like, half mile is away and then back, that's cool. What my plan was to send folks on a 2-minute run where you literally hold your phone or your watch and run a minute and then turn around. And then for the workout, you just run there and back 4 times. That was my kind of generic plan for folks. But if you happen to know how far a mile is, you're also welcome to do that.
Yeah, the perimeter of my neighborhood is exactly a mile.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice. And so for this, yeah, just run a minute away and then run on back. And by all means, use the distance from here to your front door as like part of that. You don't need to, because I know I live on the 3rd floor at the top of a hill. Like, yeah, I'm going to count that run from my kitchen and not from the bottom of my stairs, which takes me like a minute to get down. So let's do that. I'm going to set a clock for 2 minutes. No, I'm just going to have this count up. Wait, what do I want to do? What do I want from my life? Yes, that's what I want. So I'm going to have this clock and it's be counting up. And when you get back, just take a look at the screen and we'll see how close we are to that 2-minute time. So 3, 2, 1, go. this is the part of the class where I wonder if anyone on YouTube is not running. And they're like, oh, screw that, I'm not gonna run. So now they're just sitting here listening to me talk. I think I did this thing months ago during the pandemic where I said, if anyone texts me the word rhubarb, I'll give them a fit aid. And no one did. So I'll do the same thing again. If you're here and you're watching and you text me the word rhubarb, you get a fit aid. Perfect, Stud. Just over 2 minutes. Sylvia, 2:10. That was perfect. Excellent. I'm going to leave this going for just a moment in case folks are been more conscious of the YouTube people, right? Because I think there's more than I realize. And imagine you ran and the clock has already stopped. And it's like, oh wait, I missed it. Anyway, so I'll let that go for a little bit. Next up, a low lunge, please. Kick on down into a low lunge. Keep the back knee off the ground and drop that front elbow down to the floor inside that front heel. Excellent. And then straighten that front leg, sit back on your back heel. And if you grab onto your foot, grab onto your ankle, whatever works, and find a hamstring stretch on that straight leg. And then head on back into that low lunge on the same side. And you can put your opposite hand on the heel in front and then put your weight on your knee and just push that knee forward and try and get a little calf stretch. So you want to pin your heel down. I can actually demonstrate that. So if my right leg is forward there, I'm going to plant my hand on my heel, keep it from rising up, and then just kind of put my weight on. Trying to get a nice little calf stretch on that front leg. Excellent. And then put that front leg right on the ground into a pigeon, please. Excellent. And stand on up and switch sides, please. Other leg comes forward into our low lunge. What'd y'all do on Saturday? Saturday was so nice. Unbelievable.
I went swimming in
Really?
Upper Mystic Lake.
Nice.
I went to the Arb and took a long walk.
Nice.
Nice.
And then into a hurdle, please. Sit your butt back on the back foot, straighten the front leg. I went to De Cordova, the sculpture garden in Lincoln,
Oh, amazing.
which was nice. It was fine.
I've
I
never
mean, it was amazing because it was such a nice day. that. I'm a bit of a sculpture snob, so I'm dumb.
The
I didn't love it.
the setting is better than the art.
I agreed. And then that ankle stretch again. So pin the heel down. Don't let the heel drive up or rise up, and then push. Put the weight on that knee. A nice little calf stretch. No, I talked to all the morning classes this morning about this, and I guess I'll keep on saying it and put it on YouTube. Great. I'm an asshole because like there was one piece there that was totally within my style, within my genre that I used to do in school. I have a degree in sculpture. I don't know if you knew that, Stud. But there was definitely like a thing that like, man, that's really cool. Like that's something that I would have done, and I would have done it better. Like, it was so frustrating. Into a pigeon, please. It was a stack of cubes. No, excuse me. It was a wooden cube, a 10-foot cube, and it looked great from a distance. And then you get up close, and it was just horrendous up front, up close. Excellent. And then stand on up and find yourself in a squat stance, please, while I find this piece of art so I can talk trash about it. And then palms down flat, hips up to the sky, please. This shouldn't be hard to find. Why can't I find this? And back on down to the bottom of squat. Wow, I didn't expect this to be hard to find. And one more time, hips back up. Oh, there it is. So this thing, right? Oh, come on. I don't need the whole. So like, cool, fun idea, right? It's a lot of sticks and it's like woven together and stuff. But then you get up close and it's a 10-foot like chain link fence box and the sticks are zip tied to it. And it was just like, it's woven together and you can do that with sticks. You don't need to fake it. You can actually do it. Like, oh, I was so frustrated. I was so like, it was so, it was frustrating. The stick box. Yeah. Like you just get up close and that you can see the chain link fence and you can see the zip ties and it's like, oh, well, they're brown zip ties at least. So they blend in a little better, but I was very sad about that. Anyway, sorry. Whatever. I'm the guy that goes to a world-class sculpture garden and complains about it. Some knee pulls, please. You're gonna stand tall, grab the knee. And so kind of a fun thing to do about this. I want you to think about your knees and your hips, basically your hips, and the shape of your pelvis, right? The pelvis is basically two bowl shapes that can kind of point forward, they can point to the side, or for most of us, somewhere in the middle. And so it kind of determines where your knees sit when you squat. When we say feet just outside of our hips, with our toes pointed mostly forward, that's because that's the shape of our pelvis. But again, some folks like to squat here. So what I want you to do is bring your knee all the way forward and pull on up. And when I do that, I can feel my femur and all the stuff around the femur kind of get pinched on the inside. It's not like painful or anything, it's just not comfortable. And then if I go all the way to the other extreme, all the way out, same thing. I pull on up and I feel that kind of, the femur kind of getting stuck at the outer end of that bowl. And so what you can do is if you go wide and then just bring your knee towards the middle, at some point, it'll just kind of loosen up and you can just kind of bring your knee higher. And that's where your squat should be. So when you do these knee pulls, I want you to find that spot. For me, it's right there. You can kind of feel like, you can kind of see in the picture right now, I can't really get my knee higher than this. As I go a little bit wider, whoop, there it is. And so when I squat, that's what I'm looking for. So with all that said, I don't know if that's new information for folks, but it is kind of, I like to, you know, just help figure out how you can, you know, why we squat the way we do, right? And so now with that kind of in mind, find your squat stance and let's get a set of 8 air squats and just see, you know, like understanding the anatomy on the inside kind of helps. If you get 2 squats with your feet relatively narrow and your toes pointed forward, your knees forward, you can kind of feel that same kind of pinchy sensation. Pinch is not the right word, but resistance. And then if you go nice to your regular stance, so perhaps that was new information and that helps kind of understand why we do things. A figure 4, please. We can do a standing figure 4, cross the leg and sit. So upside down, hold that for about 3 seconds and switch sides. Excellent. Let's get one more on the other side and then some leg swings. Who's like a good hit leg swing? Grab onto something for support and we'll go forward to back to start, please. Think about tension in your stomach. You can get your foot higher on the front or the back by letting go of your abs and letting your pelvis actually, you know, swing. But don't try to do that, you know, try to keep your hips right where they are, keep your abs engaged and just let the leg kind of hinge at the hip. Switch sides, please. Excellent. And turn to the side and let's go side to side, please. And switch legs. Excellent. And just to get your heart rates up just a little bit, we're gonna do some high knees, some butt kickers, and some air squats. Everyone's familiar with those movements, I think, right? So we don't need to do any. So I'm just gonna set a clock for 2 minutes. And I imagine you get like, 3 rounds. And so 20 high knees, 20 butt kickers, and then 10 air squats. Just trying to get your heart rate up so that you're not going out for your run cold. So let's do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Into 20 butt kickers. Right into 10 air squats. Ooh, maybe get 4 rounds. Let's do 3 rounds and then just call it there. So let's, because I don't think we need to do 40 air squats before we get started. Do you have any questions about the weight? Dan, you're good with the weight? Cool. Let's do 1 more round, please. Excellent, thank you. So next up, let's talk about our 3 movements in the workout, and then I'm going to send you for a little scamper. So push-ups. Oftentimes I talk about, scaling push-ups appropriately, and you want to be able to do X number of reps unbroken and this and that and whatnot. And for these push-ups, I actually encourage you to, maybe go a little bit harder than you might normally. So if you can manage a couple push-ups to the ground, maybe today's the day to try them out. Because again, we're thinking about Murph prep, right? And so maybe a couple extra, heavy, slow. Like if you do these in sets of 3 or 4 or 5, I think it's perfectly appropriate for today. You'll have like 10 or 12 minutes to do this 10, 10, 10, and 6 to 9 rounds, I think is kind of what we're looking at. So let's do that. I'm a huge fan of starting off with an easy set of push-ups. So grabbing a box or a bed or a chair or whatever that's higher than you intend to do, and starting off with a set of 5 easy push-ups. I've been doing this a lot lately with the pull-ups, with the push-ups, and everything, because it makes sense. Why go to your heaviest deadlift? You should warm up to it. Same thing with our push-up. Excellent. And then a set of 4 of what we'd like to do in the workout. So to the ground or to a lower box. Yeah, you should plan on doing at least 60 of these puppies. Cool. And then grab your SLF and ab mat if you have one, something along those lines. And let's get a set of sit-ups, please. Let's get a set of 8 sit-ups. Stud, make sure that when you're on the ground, when you're laying back, you're actually, extending your spine, right? You're going all the way back so your shoulders touch the ground. You don't want to stay, curled up. If you can see me, does this work? I don't want to stay curled up the whole time, because really all this is doing is hinging at the hip. You need to get that extension. It's kind of like doing a bicep curl, like just from like here to here. There you go. It's a little bit slower, but it is actually, working the muscle a little bit better. Cool. And then some goblet squats / front squats. Yeah, Sylvia, relatively light. And yeah, let's get a set of 6, please. So if you want to do like 4 and 4, add a little bit of weight. Cool. And that is our thing. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Stud and Sylvia. Sarah's just in time to watch you
Hi.
leave for 8 minutes.
Free to do your fitness.
So we get one more set.
This is the work that I did yesterday.
Every minute learned from fragile Douglas.
Touch the mic.
So the time has come, my friends. So I was gonna say a thing. Oh yeah. So I would treat this 10-10-10, the push-up, sit-up, goblet squat thingy, similar to how I recommend Cindy and its variants. Which is 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. Like Do the 5 pull-ups. Do 5 push-ups, and then rest. And then crush 5 push-ups right into 15 air squats, right into 5 pull-ups, right into 5 push-ups, rest. So for this, like, do some push-ups, rest. Finish the push-ups, crush the sit-ups, crush the squats unbroken, jump right down into the push-ups and rest within the push-ups. And just try and treat that as like a round. You know what I mean? If that helps, that's what I would do.
Can I do a quick pit stop?
Yes, of course, definitely. Go for it. I'm so happy with the workout today. The in gym. It's I'm very happy with it. I want to make it a benchmark.
Oh, okay.
I need a good name for it. Right now I'm leaning towards squat buckets.
Oh, this is not what you sent me.
No, that's different. No, sorry. That's from a fundamentals that didn't show up.
I was like,
Sorry. No, that is a benchmark. We'll talk about that one, but yes. It's that one. It's this.
I was like, I swear to God, we were doing something different.
I'm thrilled with this workout. It's so much fun.
Good.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it.
It's so much fun.
Dan loves it. Dan is thrilled. There's Dan.
Dan, are you thrilled? I don't feel like I'm getting thrilled from you. Are you thrilled, Dan? You should talk to me while you're doing this.
When June says something looks fun.
Yes. Dan and I tend to have a different opinion on what fun is. Okay, you're here. So we're gonna run for roughly 8 to 10 minutes. Come on back and crush an AMRAP of 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and 10 goblet squats. I'm excited for you. Y'all ready? Cool. Let's do it, friends. We shall begin in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is my favorite day of programming in a while. I absolutely love it. I love both these workouts.
Are Mark and Tammy gonna come in the reels?
Yeah, and they might even bring Paisley. This is their first class in a while. They haven't signed up for a class for a while.
That's what I figured.
yeah.
Nice thing.
Fitness.
If you're upping the weight as you go, you should add the plates during your push-ups. So we did rhubarb for the warm-up run. What's our code word for this run? Give me a code word. What's a safe word?
Code word?
Yeah. It's a...
Wait, what?
So I'm always kind of curious when there's a workout and there's a run, I'm always kind of curious. I'm just sitting here and it's recording. And I'm always curious if someone is doing the thing at home, are they actually running? Or are they sitting here? And so I want someone to text me a code word. And if they do that, I'll give them a fit aid. And so I said rhubarb for the warm up. And so now,
That's what they do in continuing ed.
like, prove that you're paying attention.
Yeah. You can just ask them.
Oh yeah, go, do it. Lug nut. The password is lug nut. Do it down. There's that one where you can, if you can grit through it, do it. Perfect depth. Yep. Finish. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah. It was on his push-up box. We moved it.
That was me. I'm sorry.
I'm like lack of awareness. Central. Good job, Vinny.
Get it. Get it. Get it. And boom. Yep. So do you have any deep dark secrets that you want the internet to know about?
Secrets. Why my hair so big? What a secret. Are you recording this?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
But everyone's running, so they theoretically shouldn't
Technically,
see
yeah.
any of this.
Dan, you're done. You
Yeah.
didn't die. Congrats.
Isn't that fun? Oh, I can't wait to do it.
Is the word fun that you use that word
Can't wait to do it.
fitness?
Should I take your class?
If you'd like to. Are you gonna get a fitness in otherwise?
I was thinking I would do it during the 2 o'clock open gym, but maybe I should do that.
I will
That would
probably
be-
do it during the gym. I will probably do this workout during,
Okay, in that case, we should do it together. That'll be
Okay.
fun, that'll be fun.
but you can also
Do it
pretend to
twice.
take Yeah. And then you will die.
And then
And then I will
My
perform
class-
your funeral for
my
you.
class will
It will
break.
be so sad for you. I'll bring your cats.
Right? It's a large set squeezed into a short time frame.
Do you have any like particular stimulus that you're wanting other than like,
Oh, totes. Yeah. So I guess we should talk about this before. Yeah. Well, I guess YouTube can listen to this.
the
Yeah. So there's 2 workouts, right? And so the first one, it's basically a lifting session disguised in disguise. It's find a heavy 3. And so 3 front squats from the rack, and then into 3 strict chest pull-ups, and to a 200 rack. And so the run, you saw the maps on the thing. I saw you looking at that.
I'm gonna pull it up again
Yeah.
too.
And I can,
Yeah.
and we can just go and run it right now and I can
Right.
show you. There's 2 dots on the ground where we run the 200. There's 4 for the 400, 6 for the 600, 8 for the 800.
It's like there's a
It's,
key.
there's a very convenient vandal out there.
I was about to say some vandals tag the
Right.
sidewalk.
Exactly.
The lot like less obvious than the one at Coast, which was 200 meters,
Really?
400 meters,
That's
800.
so funny.
And it was like, oh, this is, you can
Operate JPCF.
you can literally like walk back. You're like,
Right.
well, if there's nothing in this direction and the numbers are decreasing from this direction, I wonder where we're going. Okay, but like the 200-meter run should take, if they're doing an 8-minute mile, a minute.
1 minute, exactly. And so the squat pull-up takes almost exactly 40 seconds. It was pretty consistent. And so you should be able to run, I mean, should not the right word. You should get a minute of rest. And so folks, like if they're relatively slower runners, they get tired, then it's, some folks are taking all the way up to like 30 seconds.
Mhm.
If they're like less than 45 seconds of rest, I was encouraging folks to scale the distance because like interval training, right? Work hard
Mhm.
for 2 minutes, rest for 1. If you're working hard, but then working less hard and less hard and less hard because you get tired and not resting, it's not effective training. And so remember the stimulus, it's 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, ideally. And then for the second workout, it is ascending weights, like breaking up each of those sets in half or into 2 sets is perfectly appropriate. You should, if you're going to do anything unbroken or like try to do anything broken, the first and the third would be the goal. I don't think anyone, like the second round is definitely the hardest, right? It's like,
Right.
it's just kind of heavy and kind of long. So like you should plan on breaking up the middle one, but if you're feeling ambitious and you want to crush the world, cool. do the first round and the third round unbroken if you can hold on to that. Most folks seem to have done the first round unbroken and split the second and the third. Third's pretty heavy by the time we get there. And then the push-ups, I was encouraging folks to scale more than they may want to, because it's a large set within a short amount of time. Like, I would prefer 25 unbroken over sets of 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Like, you should expect to open with a set of 10. You know what I mean?
That's gonna be very scaled for me then.
Um,
Scale, push up.
and I mean, Dan has good push-ups, but you did the 24-inch box, and you wouldn't have finished, right? Like,
Interesting.
and
You have like body weight to push-ups, yeah.
yeah, usually.
I can do like body weight push-ups, like a few, and then my little twig arms are like, oh,
Nice job, Sylvia. That was 8.5. That's perfect.
yeah.
Have you seen Sarah Minahan, who qualified for the semifinals?
Yeah.
She's like a pencil.
She's-
I respect people who have.
She has amazing body weight.
Yeah. I mean, she also weighs 115, so
Oh.
a lot easier when you.
I was like, that's a 30-pound difference on my arms.
Here we go, Sylvia.
I have a friend of mine who's 115. She just has like,
Nice job, stud. That was 9 minutes. That was great.
she's a monster.
All right, gang. Here we go. 10 push-ups.
Pull-ups and strict handstands.
Oh my God. I'm so excited that Mark and Tammy are coming in. Mostly Tammy. I mean, I don't really know Mark. So.
Yeah, I hope Haley comes.
Can that be like a requirement?
Call them.
If they come, they have to bring things. Am I away?
Nope.
Excellent work, folks. Let's see, 9, 8.5, 9.
Okay.
Excellent work, folks.
Difference in a tree fall in the forest. If you're on top and no one hears it, it can happen.
Excellent, folks. We're it's like 2 minutes around, a little less than 2 minutes around. So we have just under 8 minutes. Let's see how close we can get that to adding 4 rounds. That'll be 6 rounds total for both of you. So let's make that our goal. Get as close to 6 as we can.
So that's what you could show with this.
Yes.
Not right now, obviously. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted the strategy to be like, working on like hip swings.
Yeah.
Or do you want to see like chest to bar muscle working from that? Yeah, I'd love to see it. I will edit my one up then.
Excellent, folks. 3 rounds down with about 6 minutes left. You should be able to get to that 6th round. As long as those push-ups don't go away. Proceed with urgency, though. Get there. 6 rounds.
So the thing last night. Period.
Love it.
I'm like, Jason, are you drinking? He's like, no, it's iced coffee. I'm like, it looks like me and Jen would do. Good job, humans. How was your shot?
Talk about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Good studs. Good extension at the bottom. Remember, even if it slows down a little bit, want to get that full range of motion. Ooh, stud is taking the lead.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Maybe I'm undershooting. Y'all are it's faster than 2 minutes around. You might be able to get the 7. Really comes down to those push-ups. Here we go. Good job, Sylvia. Keep that chest tall, 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 tall. Woo. Hell yeah. 4 rounds down. 4 minutes left. Getting 6 for sure. Job, stud. Job, stud. Hang in there. Less than 3 minutes. Job, Sylvia. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Hell yeah. Here we go. You're both going to finish this round for sure. How far into the next round are you going to get? Let us find out. Two minutes. Uh-oh, Sylvia's catching up, stud. Catching back up. 90 seconds. These two are two of the fastest sit-uppers we have.
I love sit-ups. These are my people.
Here we go, just over a minute. Finish these squats. See how far you can get into that next round, which I believe will be your 7th. 1 minute. Here you go, Sylvia, you can do it. Stud, you might be able to get back to those squats, crush some sit-ups. Nice job, Sylvia. Many push-ups as you can. You got 20 seconds. Go, 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 go. Hell yeah. 10 seconds. All the way, all the way, all the way. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Time. Hush, 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 hush. Hell yeah, that was perfect. That was exactly what I wanted. That was great. Stud, how far do you think you ran? Do you know? What'd you end up doing?
I'll have to track it on my phone, but I think it was probably maybe 0.8 miles. Close.
Cool. Great. At that point, you can run a mile. I know you said you haven't run a mile since 7th grade, but like you could have gone for a little bit longer. And you know, the fact that you did that and then came back and did a workout for 12 minutes means that you could run for a little bit longer. It might be good for you to, you know, I don't know if you have that kind of motivation, but it might be good to kind of like on a weekend just go for a run and to see what your mile time is. It's good to know. It's
Yeah, I'm
just
really close to the track over here, so I was thinking about just going and doing it there, just so I have an idea of even where I'm starting from.
totally. So you ran the full mile, you think?
Oh yeah, it's more, it's a mile without the in and out of my house, so.
Totally. Yeah. And so you were like, it was a minute, it was 8.5 minutes, I think, right? So plus the in and out of the house. I'll take it. That was great. Very nicely done. And I think that was 6 rounds plus, right? Both of you? Cool. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. I don't know if you did, but I liked it.
I liked it more than I thought I would looking at it.
Yeah, cool. I admit, like, I try to make the workouts fun, right? And because I feel like it's more important that you want to be doing them because they're fun, right? I don't want to torture people. But every time you put a mile run in, folks get a little stressed out. But it's good.
Convinced CrossFitters hate running because they try running in CrossFit shoes, which is a mistake. You need running shoes.
Let us tuck a leg underneath into our quad hurdle and sit back on an elbow or two. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so I'll probably try and do at least one Murph prep workout a week. You know, it's in the similar vein. And again, I imagine, I think it just makes the most sense just to replace the pull-ups with sit-ups. It's a completely different set of, what do you call it, stimulus this year, but like none of us belong on a pull-up bar doing 100 keeping pull-ups. Like it's just not.
Speak for yourself. Just kidding. I don't.
I mean, she'll probably do it. Switch sides, please. Good.
Tim, I've lost all my front rack strength. I'm so glad I did those. front
Yeah.
rack.
Good.
That was what tired for me, was the front rack.
Yeah. Yeah, your front squat definitely looked challenged. I think it was a perfect weight though. Yeah, I've been very aware. I don't know if I've talked to either of you about this. I've probably talked to Stud about it at least once. I'm very aware lately of the difference, the strengths and weaknesses that are showing up between the folks that come to Zoom regularly and the folks that come into the gym regularly. You know, the folks that are in the gym, the strength numbers are, you know, they're getting back. Whereas the folks that do Zoom regularly, like their cardio is, I mean, I know I was probably in the best shape of my life cardiovascularly during the pandemic, you know, because I was doing the Zoom regularly and like there's some good workouts in there, right? I was really happy with that stuff, but excellent. And then let's go to hamstrings, please. Tuck a leg, and then do this version of the hurdle. Do pull back on your toe. So see how I'm kind of like pulling back on my toe. I'm trying to get a calf stretch here, if you can reach the toe.
Look at your sneaks, they're so cool.
So
Look at my
snazzy.
cool shoes. I do like these ones. And switch sides, please. While you're stretching, a couple announcements for you all that are somewhat relevant is, I mean, you know, the schedule is changing next week with the noon Zoom is going away, and the 1 o'clock class is going to become the noon class. But Logan's last day is on Saturday, and that girl out there
It's me.
is going to be starting next week. And so if you come to in-person classes, you might see her midday. Let's do a stand on up and head to a wall and do a shoulder stretch, please. Hands on the wall, shoulder height, shoulder width. Loosen up our thoracic spines and our pecs just a little bit. And then the other thing was that, again, not entirely relevant for both of you, but the CDC announced, updated the guidelines, so we don't have to clean plates anymore, which has been a giant pain in the ass.
Yay!
What?
Hey,
What was that?
less disinfecting, is that what you said?
Yes, we're still going to clean things, but just not the barbell. Excuse me, not the plates.
Great.
So.
I mean, I'm hoping to be back in the gym, by mid-May at the latest.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Sooner.
Can you imagine? Oh.
No, I can't. It feels
I'm coming later this week. I'm fully immune as of tomorrow.
Nice. Very cool.
I'm fully immune as of today. I'm having like a pod conversation this weekend to see where everybody's at in terms of what we're doing.
Very cool. I'm going to stop recording because people don't need to hear this. Bye.